Okay, let's do our next question. They're saying question 5, a sequence of squares, okay, each having a side of what? Of 1. So this is 1 1 1 1. Okay, is drawn as shown below. The first square is shaded, the whole square is shaded, and the length of the side of each shaded square is half the length of the side of the shaded square in the previous diagram. So it was 1, then it's half. What is half of half? Is 1/4. Half of 1/4, 1/8, and so on. Okay, so 5.1 says determine the area of the unshaded region in diagram 3. Okay, diagram 3. This is diagram 3. First thing, let's calculate the area of the whole square and subtract the area of the shaded part. Then we'll be done. So now area of square side squared, which is 1 squared. 1 squared is 1 unit squared. Okay, so now the shaded part will be what? 1/4 squared, which is 1/16. Therefore the unshaded part region will be equals to 1 minus 1/16, which is, what is 1 minus 1/16? 1 minus 1/16, which is 15/16. 15/16 the same as 0.9375. or we can say 15/16 unit squared. Okay, so the unshaded part is 0.9375. That's the unshaded part in diagram 3. Okay, let's check the next question. What is the sum of the areas of the unshaded region on the first 7 square? Unshaded region. Okay, so now on the first 7 square. So on the first 7 square, the first one will be counted out since it's shaded. The whole of it is shaded. So the ones which will be having the diagrams that will be having the unshaded part, it's from diagram 2 until diagram 7. So we'll be having how many diagrams? We'll be having 6 diagrams. Okay, so I think in this case the first thing that we can do is to calculate the area of the shaded part, the sum of the shaded part. How many are they? There are 6. Don't forget, we're starting from diagram 2 until diagram what? Diagram 7. Okay, so now 5.2. Remember we said the shaded part, okay, not shaded part, area of a square we said is 1 squared, which is 1. How many diagrams? We're having 6 diagrams, which is what? 6 units squared. Okay, so now the shaded part. Now shaded part, the shaded part, I think they should form a pattern. Okay, so for diagram 2, diagram 3, diagram 4, diagram 5, and diagram 6. Diagram 2, it's half times half. Diagram 3, it's 1 over 4 times 1 over 4. Diagram 4, it's 1 over 8 times 1 over 8. Remember they said, how do you get the length of the next diagram? It's half the length of the previous. So what is half of 1 over 8? It's 1 over 16 times 1 over 16. 1 over 32 times 1 over 32. So now let's check. So what's happening with our areas? Okay, so in this case we'll have 1 over 4, 1 over 16, 1 over 64, that is 16 times 16, 1 over 2, 5, 6, and 32 times 32, 1 over 1, 2, 4. So now what should we do with these areas? We should add them. So the shaded part will be 1 over 4 plus 1 over 16 plus 1 over 64. There's no need to use a formula since there are few. 1 over 2, 5, 6 plus 1 over 10, 24. Let's calculate. 1 over 4 plus 1 over 16 plus 1 over 32, 1 over 256 plus 1 over, which one did I skip? 1 over 64, okay, plus 1 over 64, which is 341 over 1024. Okay, then now what do we do? The unshaded part, unshaded region, for the first 7 shapes will be what? 6 minus 341 over 1024. 6 minus answer, which is 5,803 all over 1024. Let's check what is the answer. So the answer is 5,67 units squared. Okay.